Y'all, take a deep breath, because the Hollywood you thought you knew just died. For 30 years, one man has sat on a throne made of silence, gold, and secrets. Jay-Z, the untouchable mogul, the king of New York. But tonight, that throne is being dismantled, bolt by bolt, by the one man who isn't afraid of a billionaire's lawyers. 50 Cent just did the unthinkable. In a deleted within seconds live stream that has sent shockwaves from Wall Street to the dark corners of the industry, 50 held up a drive, a cold, silver hard drive, and looked directly into the camera with that infamous smirk. He didn't just claim to have dirt. He claimed to have the rest of the Epstein tapes. Not the redacted files. Not the names with the black bars over them. The raw, unedited footage that the FBI allegedly lost. I got him, HOV. 50 whispered, and the internet practically broke. We're talking about footage that reportedly shows the most powerful couple in music in rooms they claimed they never entered. The panic in Manhattan right now? It's palpable. Phones are being tossed into the Hudson River. NDAs are being shredded. But it's too late. 50 has the receipts, and he's not looking for a payout. He's looking for a funeral. If you thought the Diddy raids were the end, you were wrong. They were just the opening act. The real horror show starts now. To understand why 50 Cent is doing this, you have to understand the blood-soaked history between these two giants. This isn't just a rap beef. This is a war for the soul of the industry. For decades, Jay-Z has represented the elite. He's the man who moved from the streets to the boardrooms, rubbing shoulders with presidents and tech titans. He built an image of perfection, of black excellence, protected by a fortress of the world's most expensive attorneys. But 50 Cent? 50 is the chaos agent. He's the man who survived 9 bullets and decided that since he couldn't be killed, he couldn't be silenced. 50 has always viewed Jay-Z's corporate image as a mask, a sophisticated front for a system that 50 claims is far more sinister than anyone dares to admit. Remember the whispers at the 2022 Super Bowl? The tension in the air when 50 Cent was added to the lineup? Insiders say Jay-Z tried to block him.
Why?
Because 50 knows where the bodies are buried. He's been hints dropping for years about the Enterprise, a secret circle of moguls who allegedly traded favors for protection. When the Jeffrey Epstein scandal first broke, the world looked at politicians. But 50 Cent started looking at the flight logs. He started looking at the private parties in the Hamptons. He noticed how, every time a new name from the Epstein list was about to leak, a massive distraction would happen in the music world. A surprise album drop. A fake scandal. A legal victory. They're hiding in plain sight. 50 once posted in a cryptic tweet that was deleted within 5 minutes. Since then, 50 has been on a crusade. He watched as Diddy, Jay-Z's closest ally, was dismantled by the feds. He watched the industry go quiet, waiting to see who would be next. And while everyone else was whispering in fear, 50 was busy. He was buying up rights. He was talking to disappeared witnesses. He was, according to leaked reports, outbidding everyone on the dark web for a specific set of encrypted files that were smuggled out of the Virgin Islands years ago. This isn't just revenge for a snubbed business deal. This is 50 Cent executing a decade-long plan to expose what he calls the master puppeteers. He's not just attacking Jay-Z, he's attacking the entire structure of Hollywood power. And the background noise you hear? That's the sound of the most powerful people in the world trying to stop a man who simply does not care if he loses everything, as long as he wins the war. Think about it. Jay-Z has always been the one in control. The one who decides who is in and who is out. But 50 Cent? He's the one who doesn't need an invitation. He's the one who walks through the door when the locks are changed. For years, 50 has been collecting leverage. He's been listening to the stories of the artists who got erased after they asked too many questions about the private parties. He's been gathering the testimonies of the security guards who saw the cars leaving the Carter mansion at 4 a.m., headed for private airfields. The industry tried to frame 50 as bitter or unhinged. They wanted you to think this was just a middle-aged man desperate for attention. But what if 50 was the only one telling the truth? What if the black excellence we were sold was actually built on the backs of those who were silenced? 50 Cent isn't just dropping tapes. He's dropping a mirror in front of the world's face. He's forcing us to ask, is the man we called a king actually a gatekeeper for a monster? Jay-Z's PR machine is the best in the business. They can bury a story in minutes. They can buy out news cycles. But they can't buy out a man who thrives in the dirt. 50 knows the rules of the gutter better than Jay knows the rules of the boardroom. And as the feds started closing in on Diddy, 50 realized the wall was finally cracking. He saw the opportunity to deliver the final blow. He didn't just want to hurt Jay-Z. He wanted to dismantle the entire network that Epstein built inside the music world. He wanted to show that the flight logs weren't just for politicians, they were for the people who own your favorite songs. The tension is reaching a breaking point. Behind closed doors, the elite are panicking. They're calling in every favor, spending every dollar, and threatening every witness. But 50 is just getting started. He's standing there with a silver drive, laughing because he knows something they don't. He knows that once the truth is out, there is no amount of money in the world that can buy it back. The atmosphere changed at exactly 2:14 a.m. last night. While the world was sleeping, a burner account on X, widely believed to be operated by G-Unit Associates, posted a 12-second clip that froze the hearts of every PR executive in Manhattan. It was grainy, infrared, and completely silent, but the setting was unmistakable. The interior of a high-end, private jet, the same Gulfstream model Jeffrey Epstein famously owned, known to the world as the Lolita Express. For 3 agonizing seconds, a face comes into sharp focus. A face that looks remarkably like a younger Sean Carter, sitting across from a man whose silhouette matches Epstein himself. They aren't just sitting there, they are leaning in, whispering over a stack of documents that look like contracts. The internet didn't just explode, it shattered. Within minutes, the tapes was trending globally. But the real chaos started when 50 Cent himself reposted the clip. He didn't deny it. He didn't claim it was a leak. He simply added a caption that sent Jay-Z's legal team into a tailspin. AI can't fake the birthmark on his neck, Jay. 4 p.m. tomorrow. The full flight log video drops. I got the audio too. Hope Beyoncé's lawyers are fast. The betrayal here is deeper than music. This is about the mask finally slipping. But here is the first major twist that no one saw coming. The move that proves Jay-Z is truly terrified. Leaked DMs, allegedly from a high-level Roc Nation executive who is now fearing for their life, suggest that Jay-Z's team reached out to 50 Cent within 1 hour of that post. The offer? A $250 million settlement to buy the drive and sign a lifetime NDA. Think about that for a second. $250 million to make one silver hard drive disappear. But 50 Cent isn't looking for a bag. He's looking for blood. He reportedly sent back a picture of a middle finger and a link to a live countdown clock hosted on a private, offshore server. He's making it clear that the King of New York can't buy his way out of this one. As the world waited for the 4 p.m. deadline, a secondary leak hit the web, and this is where it gets truly sick. It wasn't a video from the island. It was a recorded phone call, allegedly intercepted from a server in 2019. In the call, a voice sounding identical to Jay-Z is heard talking to a high-ranking government official. The voice is calm, cold, and calculated. He says, "Make sure the Epstein files stay sealed for another decade. I don't care what it costs. If my name is on that 2003 manifest, we all go down. Not just me, the whole portfolio." The room went cold. This implies that Jay-Z wasn't just a guest at these parties. He was an active participant in the cover-up. He was using his massive political influence and his billion-dollar portfolio to keep the lid on the most disgusting scandal of our time. The activist we saw on CNN? The man fighting for prison reform? According to this audio, that was all a shield. A way to stay close to the halls of power, so he could monitor the Epstein investigation from the inside. The emotional fallout was immediate and devastating. Fans who had spent 20 years defending Jay-Z felt like they had been slapped in the face. On TikTok and Instagram, people began posting videos of themselves throwing away their Roqueware and deleting his entire discography. "How could you?" became the only question anyone was asking. But the drama was only beginning. 50 Cent then took it a step further. He posted a photo of a legal document, a notice of intent to release evidence, signed by a judge whose name was blurred but whose seal looked official. It seems 50 has found a massive legal loophole. By framing this as a documentary project of public interest, he's trying to bypass the standard privacy laws that Jay-Z's lawyers usually use to silence people. He isn't just leaking. He's weaponizing the American legal system against the very man who thought he owned it. And what was Jay-Z's reaction to all of this? Total, eerie radio silence. No blues freestyle to distract the fans. No glamorous photo op with Beyoncé at a basketball game. His social media accounts were deactivated within hours of the infrared clip appearing. Rumors began flying that his private jet was spotted fueling up at a private hangar in Teterboro, fueled for a one-way trip to a country with no extradition treaty. But 50 Cent was one step ahead. He posted a screenshot of a GPS tracker pointing directly to that hangar. Don't run, HOV. The satellites see everything. You want to go to the desert? I got people there too, 50 taunted. Just when you thought the conflict couldn't get any more intense, a fake screenshot of a group chat between major music CEOs leaked. The messages showed total panic. One CEO reportedly wrote, "If 50 drops the audio from the 2004 party, the entire industry is done." We're talking about every major label being implicated in a racketeering charge. The first twist was the tape. The second twist was the cover-up audio. But the real nightmare for the Carters is that 50 is just warming up. He's playing with his food. He's letting the tension build until the air in Hollywood is too thick to breathe. He's forcing Jay-Z to watch his empire crumble in slow motion, minute by minute, while the world watches on their phones. The question isn't whether Jay-Z is in trouble. The question is, who else is on those tapes? Because 50 Cent didn't just say he has Jay-Z's tapes. He said he has the rest of them. And in the background of that grainy infrared clip, if you look closely, there are other faces. Faces of people you see every day on your TV screen. Faces of people who call themselves leaders. 50 is holding the detonator to a bomb that will level the entire entertainment industry. And he's got his finger on the button. The $250 million offer was a sign of desperation, but for 50 Cent, seeing the untouchable king beg was worth more than any amount of money. The stage is set. The lights are dimming. And the real horror is about to be revealed. If you think you've seen it all, you haven't seen anything yet. Because what comes next, it changes the narrative of Hollywood history forever. Just as the world was reeling from the cover-up audio, 50 Cent decided to escalate the situation from a scandal to an absolute apocalypse. He didn't just post another clip, he did something much more surgical. He released a teaser of the metadata from the silver hard drive. For those who don't know, metadata is the digital footprint, the DNA of a file that shows exactly when, where, and how it was created. The screenshot showed file names that sent a chill down the spine of every music executive in the world. The folder was labeled Carter_Island_Sessions, and inside were files with names that included the initials of underage artists who were signed to major labels in the early 2000s. The implication was horrifying. Was the industry using Epstein's private resources as a tool for control? Was the Lolita Express actually a mobile boardroom for the music elite to manipulate young talent before they were even old enough to vote? The internet didn't just react. It went into a frenzy of digital detective work. A fake Twitter thread started by an account claiming to be a former Epstein flight attendant began verifying 50's claims in real time. The thread detailed specific dates: August 2003, March 2004, where Jay-Z allegedly boarded the plane not with other moguls, but with unidentified minors, who were later seen as backup dancers or lead interests in his music videos. The thread went viral so fast that X's servers struggled to keep up. The industry backlash was a sight to behold. It looked like a house of cards in a hurricane. Meek Mill, who has been under heavy fire lately for his own associations, posted a series of frantic, nonsensical emojis before completely deleting his entire social media presence. Other celebrities started cleaning their Instagrams, scrubbing every photo with Jay-Z from 10, 15 years ago. It was a mass exodus of loyalty. The inner circle was suddenly empty. But then came the shocking reveal, the smoking gun. That silenced the entire world. 50 Cent posted a high-resolution screenshot of a video thumbnail from the drive. The title of the video file was Carter_Epstein_contract_2004. Let that sink in for a second. This wasn't just a video of a party. The title suggests that Jay-Z didn't just visit the island as a guest. He had a formal business agreement with Jeffrey Epstein. This is the ultimate nightmare for the Carter brand. Was the world's most successful self-made mogul actually backed by the world's most notorious predator? Was Rockefeller's massive expansion in the early 2000s funded by Epstein's dark money? This revelation turns the entire Black excellence narrative into a house of mirrors. If Jay-Z's billions are tied to Epstein's accounts, every deal he's ever made, from the streaming services to the champagne brands, is tainted. This isn't just a scandal, it's a financial apocalypse for the music business. Lawyers are reportedly telling their clients to distance themselves from anything touched by Roc Nation. The New York Times and CNN were reportedly scrambling to verify the metadata, but 50 Cent was moving faster than the news cycle could handle. He began leaking a list of 50 other names found in that Carter folder. Names that included Oscar-winning actors, legendary producers, and even heads of major tech companies. 50 is burning down the entire house, and he's starting with the master bedroom. But the most chilling part of this escalation wasn't the names. It was the audio snippet 50 played at the end of his latest post. It was only 5 seconds long. You hear Epstein's voice saying, "The paperwork is ready, Sean. This secures the catalog for the next 30 years. And then, a voice that sounds exactly like Jay-Z responds, "As long as the footage stays in the vault, we have a deal." The world stopped spinning. This suggests a level of blackmail and systemic corruption that goes beyond anything we've ever imagined. It wasn't just about parties. It was about the ownership of the music itself. It was about using dark secrets to build a multi-billion-dollar empire. 50 Cent's caption was simple. "The vault is open, HOV. And I'm giving everyone a copy." The desperation in the industry right now is at an all-time high. Publicists are quitting, lawyers are resigning, and the man who once called himself the god of rap is now facing the one thing he can't outrun, his own history. The internet has officially become a digital war zone. Across every platform, from the depths of Reddit to the trending pages of X, the world is tearing itself apart over the bombshells 50 Cent just dropped. This isn't just a news story anymore, it's a cultural civil war. On one side, the Bayhive and Jay-Z loyalists are launching a massive counteroffensive. They're screaming that this is a high-tech deepfake, a coordinated character assassination funded by hidden forces who can't stand to see a black billionaire at the top. Where is the raw file? They demand. 50 is a bitter, obsessed hater who has been chasing Jay's shadow since 2003. But the truth seeker movement is winning the numbers game. The hashtag HOV is over is currently at 12 million posts and climbing. Fans who once worshipped the ground Jay-Z walked on are now posting videos of themselves setting fire to their Rocawear jackets and deleting their Tidal accounts in real time. The emotional weight of the betrayal is staggering. One viral TikTok, viewed over 30 million times, shows a fan crying while taking down a signed Jay-Z poster, with the caption, "I base my whole hustle on a lie." We were looking up to a man who is allegedly trading secrets for a throne. The industry reaction is even more telling. It's a ghost town. The usual power couple displays of support are nowhere to be found. Rihanna reportedly unfollowed Jay-Z on all platforms this morning, a move that sent the internet into a complete frenzy of speculation. Did she know? Did she see the metadata? Meanwhile, Kanye West, never one to stay silent, posted a single, cryptic image of a goat with the head of a snake. No caption was needed. The internet knew exactly who he was calling out. Fake news reports are leaking like a broken dam. Headlines like, "FBI source confirms reopening of Epstein files," and "SEC investigating Roc Nation financials" are being shared millions of times. Even if these reports haven't been officially verified, the damage is done. Public trust hasn't just cracked, it has vaporized. People are now looking back at every Jay-Z lyric, every mentorship with a young artist, and every private party with a new, dark lens. The division is intense. Families are literally arguing in the YouTube comment sections. One side calls it a conspiracy to bring down Black excellence, while the other side screams accountability over everything. The psychological impact is a death of an era. The man who taught a generation how to be hustlers is now being accused of the ultimate, darkest hustle of all. And in the middle of this firestorm, 50 Cent is sitting back, posting memes of himself sipping Le Chemin du Roi while the world burns. His latest post simply reads, "I'm just the messenger. Don't get mad at me because your idol is a monster. I told y'all to stop worshiping these people. They don't love you. They love the system." This statement has fueled a massive debate about the very nature of celebrity worship. Is the entire concept of Hollywood a lie? Why do some scandals trend while others are buried? Why are major outlets like TMZ and Billboard staying strangely quiet about the specific metadata 50 leaked? The silence from the big media giants is being interpreted as protection, making 50 Cent look like the only man brave enough to tell the truth. The world is watching, waiting, and choosing sides. And as the 48-hour countdown clock ticks closer to zero, the tension is becoming unbearable. But wait, 50 Cent wasn't done. He was saving the most soul-crushing, empire-leveling revelation for the final hour. This is the moment that changes the story from a celebrity scandal into a global catastrophe. In a post that appeared and disappeared so fast people thought they were hallucinating, 50 uploaded a grainy, high-contrast photo of a document. It wasn't a flight log.
It wasn't a business contract.
It was a marriage NDA. The document, allegedly dated just weeks before Jay-Z and Beyoncé's ultra-private wedding, contained a specific immunity clause. It reportedly stated that Beyoncé would be granted legal immunity from knowledge regarding Jay-Z's prior business dealings with a list of private entities, including a specific group of offshore investors directly tied to Jeffrey Epstein. The twist that has the world gasping? 50 Cent claims that the silver hard drive contains a video of Beyoncé herself discovering the tapes back in 2014. She knew, 50 whispered in a chilling voice note posted to his stories. She's been staying to protect the brand, not the man.
But the brand is dead now, bae.
You gotta choose, your legacy and the kids or the king. This drags the most beloved woman in the world into the mud. If the queen knew and stayed silent to protect a billion-dollar image, she isn't a victim, she's an accomplice. 50 is implying that the entire power couple narrative, the songs about loyalty, the family man image, it was all a 15-year PR stunt designed to hide the Epstein connection from the public eye. But then, the final, most terrifying reveal dropped. 50 Cent posted a picture of a second drive. A black, rugged military-grade drive. The silver drive was just the appetizer. 50 wrote, his words dripping with venom. The black drive? That's the one from the hallway. The one that shows who else was in the mansion that night in 2003. You think I'm finished with HOV? I haven't even mentioned the UK royalty yet. Jay, call your friends in London. Tell M I'm coming for the whole crown. UK royalty? The hallway footage? What happened in that mansion in 2003 that requires a military-grade encryption? 50 Cent has just expanded this war from a music beef to an international conspiracy involving global leaders. He ended the stream with a chilling message that is now being reposted every second. The full hallway video drops when the clock hits zero. Unless someone wants to tell the truth before I do.
TikTok, HOV.
The world is watching the door. The screen went black. The countdown is still running. And the silence from the Carter camp is no longer just a strategy. It looks like a surrender. Y'all, I am shaking just reading these updates. This isn't just a video. It's the collapse of a dynasty. Is 50 Cent the hero we needed? Or is he burning the world down out of spite? And what happens to the music we love if the people who made it are proven to be predators? Drop a comment right now. Use hashtag #TheFinalBlow or hashtag TeamHOV. We are reading every word, and this debate is what keeps the truth alive. Like this video to help us bypass the censors, and subscribe with notifications on. We are monitoring that 48-hour countdown, and you do not want to be the last to see the hallway video. The truth is coming. See you in the next one.